Hello guys, what is going on? My name is Luke and welcome back to the F1 Global Mania series, guys. So we are now on episode 3 on qualifying, because in the last one we did the practice, guys. Now I do apologise, it's been quite a long time since the last episode, guys, but now I'm aiming to do at least one F1 video per day. And I do apologise if I don't stick to that, guys, but my college course is coming to an end, which means I can put a lot more effort into doing videos on Formality Gamers and our other channels, guys. So without further ado, let's crack on with the video. So we are still in Australia now. As you guys know, I've decided to do 3 videos per race, so one on the practice, one on qualifying sessions, and one for the race. If you guys think I should just merge them all into one video, then let me know, but I quite like the layout at the moment, so unless any of you guys say anything, I'll just carry on with what I'm doing. So I've decided to take 3 laps per queue, and what that means is that because as you guys know, in qualifying there's always 3 rounds, Q1, Q2 and Q3. So as you see, I've just done a quick car setup there because it's dry and we need quite a bit of downforce levels which could help us around the corners. So you guys know I'm in a Toro Rosso at the moment. It's an alright car, don't get me wrong, but you guys will see what I mean because it's a bit hard to push with it, but you know. But anyways, guys, so going on to the real F1 world before we crack on with the game. As you guys know, I am a Great Britain and I'm really happy this season because Lewis Hamilton is, I don't know what happened there, but Lewis Hamilton is doing a fantastic job this season. He's won nearly every one, with Rosberg second, so it's literally Mercedes 1-2, and it's kind of consistent this year, which is absolutely brilliant to see. Different from seeing Red Bull pole near enough every time, because as you guys know, Vettel is the 4th time world champion, which is absolutely incredible, and I wouldn't really mind it if Vettel would still win nowadays, because I do actually support Vettel. I think he's a really good driver, but you know, that's just my thoughts and opinions. Let me guys know what you guys think. And also Kevin Magnussen, he, in my opinion, he's new to this. Like he's only just got into F1, I believe, because he's been doing like F3 and stuff. He's actually a really good driver, and I'm really impressed with what I've seen from him so far. You know, it's been pretty incredible to see a new driver like that get to where he is becoming. And Vettel is kind of finishing like 5th and 6th each time. I mean, if I get up the results now, as you guys know, that I'm starting off with the practice lap for you guys before we go on to the actual race, because I think that's a little bit a better way of kind of doing things. So yeah, so if I go on to the results now, so this season so far, Australia, Nico Rosberg won it, and then all the way up to Spain, so you got Malaysia, Bahrain, China and Spain. Lewis Hamilton won every time. So you know, the next one at the time of this video is in Monaco, which is in 5 days time. Canada, Austria, Great Britain, Germany, Hungary, Belgium, Italy, Singapore, Japan, Russia, United States, Brazil, Abu Dhabi. So there's a nice selection of tracks there. I haven't really been watching the F1 in real life at the moment, and to be honest, guys, the only reason for that is, well, honestly, I'm not too sure. It's just sometimes I don't really know when it's on, so I don't keep up, and then sometimes I'm getting videos prepared for Formality Gamers, or as you guys know, our new channel, Formality Wars, and you know, just maintaining everything, because there's so much more stuff that we need to get through. So that's what, you know, I've been aiming to do, really. But yeah, so I'm gonna begin to watch F1 a little bit more. I mean, as we know, one of the main debates is the engine sound this year, and engine makers like Renault and even some teams, I think like McLaren, I think said it, that they gonna look in aiming to make the cars a little bit louder, because I agree they are a little bit quiet, but I understand where Jenson Button and I think Lewis Hamilton said it as well, but I know Button definitely did, and he said that it's kind of good that they're a bit more quieter, because now, you know, you can actually hear the fans more. So in some ways I understand that, and I get it, and I think it's a good idea that excuse me guys, that, you know, that's what the reality is of the new engine sound. But like Vettel, he said that the new engine sounds were shit, and he didn't like them at all. But yeah, so that is, so just going back to the game a little bit before I continue on with what I was talking about. So there's my fastest lap at the moment, 131.014. So it's, I can't seem to push this car, guys. I mean, as you can see on the lap 2, I've already gone down 0.3 seconds. Like, I've already lost that much from the last one, which is pretty insane. I mean, I didn't really think that that would be the case, because but it is on medium mode, and as you, well, we all know that they do genuinely make it harder when you go on to medium or hard, or I think is it hard or legendary, what they've called it, or something like that. And I took it a bit too wide there as well, and this lap was just not going well for me at all, guys. It just wasn't, and you know, yeah. So there's one more lap to show you guys. I believe there is one more, because I said the 3 laps. And so the video was 35 minutes long, guys, and I decided to shorten it down to around, as you can see, about 22 minutes and like 30 seconds or something like that. So might a bit less than that, but yeah. So you see what I mean, guys? I couldn't push, I really couldn't. And here's the last lap, guys, because what I thought of doing was the first 2 laps and then like the last lap to make up 3. So rather than show you 1, 2 and 3, you got 1, 2 and then 4, just because the first 2 were shown and then the last one before I went into the pits. Because I don't tend to do that many laps in a qualifying session, guys, because I just feel that, you know, you sort of get the best ones done quite early and stuff, and I don't know, as you see, I was getting too many reds, and I just thought, well, you know, never mind. And as you can see, my lap time is not good enough, because Lewis Hamilton is nearly a whole second in front. He's literally like 0.8 seconds, or maybe 0.7 or something, already in front of me. So that's put me down to 6th place. And you see more reds, and I was just sort of going everywhere around the track, and it just wasn't really going very well for me at that time. But you know, not to worry, because I thought, well, there's 2 more qualifying sessions if this doesn't go very well, and we can try and push. But as you can see, I don't know what it was, guys. I mean, I haven't been on F1 in a long time, so maybe I was trying to get used to it a little bit, because I feel that F1 is that kind of thing that you do need to get used to on games. But yeah, guys, so the reason why I'm planning to do at least 1 F1 episode per day is because the series kind of needs to finish off. Now, just before I continue talking about that, guys, I decided to go back in the pits and show you the footage, just to show you guys the leaderboards, because we're going to go on to the next qualifying session now. So let me just drive in there. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, we need to kind of crack on with the series a bit, because F1 2014 is coming out, and I may do a Global Mania series on that, because I haven't kept up to speed with this series, and I do apologise for that if any of you guys have thoroughly enjoyed watching it. But don't worry, guys, because there is going to be a lot more of this, and we are going to finish the series, believe me, guys, and we will do it quite quickly. So just so you guys can see there, there's the standings, and I just couldn't push very well, which did put me into 6th place until Q2. So, you know, not too bad, not too good though, but never mind. I mean, I'm not going to fully blame the car or the game or anything, because it probably is just me. I just can't I can't seem to find the pace to be able to push the car to the level that I want to be able to push it. So, for that reason, guys, that just means, well, that's just made me not, you know, be able to get a good lap time, really. And I was a little bit disappointed with myself, but the problem I've done on F1 for so long is to just play on easy mode, so you win every match. I mean, that's why I've got, well, I will probably stick for a long time, or even to the end of the series, with the racing line on, guys, because I haven't really learned each track, but I think I might start to learn the tracks just so I can do it without racing line. But I only think it makes a difference to you guys, because I just want to show you guys some gameplay, so we can have a little bit of a discussion about the F1 world. So because there's going to be a video every day, the topics might get covered quite a lot, and they might get like covered, but what I might start to do is talk about the history of F1 and go back to the times around the 1950s, and even and around the 80s as well. You know what I mean? Just going back into history to talk to you guys a little bit about it, because the series is going to have to crack on quite a lot. And but that's no worries, guys, because I'm enjoying the series, and I hope you guys are too. And I do apologise for not finishing like pole all the time, but I'm not really going for wins, guys, and this is only the practice session, luckily. To go, I always kind of, for some reason, go a little bit wide around that, around them bends there. I don't know if do they call that a chicane? I think so. Yeah, it is a chicane, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, guys, it's just kind of one of them things with this game. I just can't. And the only other thing, guys, is that the car really does skid, like, quite a lot. I mean, for no apparent reason though. Like, I mean, you could push like really hard. I mean, I could push really hard on 2012 and the car won't skid. But on this, they've made it like really realistic, maybe even a bit too realistic to the fact. And I don't know whether that was my fault or his. I think it was mine because he only just came out of the pits. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of gone over realistic, like to the point where it's just kind of not true, you know? Because I mean, that's how I kind of feel about it, because it shouldn't skid out that much, and I'm hoping the F1 2014 is going to be a lot better, you know. I mean, like, everything should be how it should be, but we all know the cars are going to be quieter. But I mean, who actually really cares about it? I mean, yeah, I guess you want it to be allowed a like engine sound, but then again, you have to love F1 anyway, like, no matter what they do. So that's my view on it anyway. You guys may have different ones, and let me know, guys, what you think of the new engine sound, because to me it doesn't really bother me, because I love F1 nevertheless, and you know, that's that really, I guess, for me. So yeah. Also, just going on to Formality Games a little bit, guys, that as you guys may have seen, that we have started our walkthroughs now, and we started with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, because the Assassin's Creed 5 is going to come out soon as well, and I don't know if I'm going to complete the game by the time that one comes out. But you know, not to worry really, I guess. I mean, I just want to do it for fun, and in case you guys still playing Black Flag by the time 5's coming out and you need a little bit of help, maybe I can do it. Or maybe you just want to come and chill out, but nevertheless, that's what's happening, guys. We've got tons of new projects that me and Cole are going to be launching very, very soon, so you know, we'll see about doing things like that, guys. And I think I mentioned in one of the previous Global Mania series about doing some online play. Let me know, guys, what you want to see about that, because I need your input now, guys. I don't want to do things, I just want to know what you guys want to do. So as you can see, I've got a purple there, guys, 0.8 seconds off, so that was absolutely brilliant. And I thought, you know what, this is going really good. But the problem I have is that I lose pace in sector 2, and I'm not sure why, but it's kind of sector 2 and 3 apparently that are quite bad. As you can see there, I've already started to gain. I've lost so much time, like ridiculous amount of time, and like, as you can see, I'm back into 6th place, and it hasn't gone the way that I would have wanted it to go. But you know, I don't stress out anymore. Like before, I'd get really mad, and like this video probably wouldn't even be up here. But you kind of have to think, well, it's just for fun, really, and maybe it don't work this time, but maybe in a future race it might turn good. It's like Hamilton in real life. I mean, Mercedes wasn't able to push as hard as they have been last year, because it was always Red Bull up there, and they had their cards right. They played their cards right. But this year Mercedes are doing it and Red Bull aren't. Even though, what's his name? One second, guys, I forgot his name. Oh, that's it. Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know how I forgot that name. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, even him, like, he's pushing a little bit harder than Vettel sometimes. Like, just looking at Australia, actually, because this is how I'm going to do things on Global Mania. I'm going to look at the real life way, because we're playing 2013, because 2014 isn't coming out, and we're commentating on the 2014 season, because I just think that's kind of the best way to do. So I'm not going to name every single driver. I'm going to pick a select few, but this is how it kind of went. In Australia, Nico Rosberg was pole, as we mentioned earlier. Hamilton retired, Felipe Massa retired, Kobayashi retired, Vettel, Ericsson, Maldonado and Grosjean retired as well. So it didn't go well at all in the first one. Yeah, but talking about Magnussen though, he finished second above Button, who finished third. So that is a fantastic result for him. And I was really, really impressed about that, guys. So this is the end of Q2, and as you can see, we finished 10th. So we literally just made it into Q3. It hasn't been a really good weekend, if you like. Hasn't been a really good race at the moment. But you know what? Never mind, I guess. You know, these things happen, and there's not a lot we can really do but push harder in the next ones, guys. So we're just having a look on Formality Gamers YouTube channel quickly, and go on to the videos. So we've got literally so many videos now, guys. It's just really, really good how many videos that we actually have. But we're trying to push so many for you guys, because we just feel that the more the better, and we have to keep up with this, and hopefully things turn out a lot better for us in the long run. But we'll see, guys. We just want to we just want to do it for fun, really, guys. We're not trying to, like, you know, our aim isn't only to just get big on YouTube and then that's it. It's to thoroughly make you guys enjoy it, because we've got that many series, and that's simply because we want to impress you guys and things like that. I mean, we do a lot of this sort of talk here on Formality when we get videos up, and we just talk about this kind of thing. But you know, that's just kind of the way things have gone, if you like, at Formality, because we're just looking on ways to just improve, and yeah. So obviously I can't cover every single race this year to real life, because I don't think they're all there, because there's like more tracks than I think there was in 2013. But if that's the case, I'll just talk about the ones that ain't there. Like, I'm not sure if Rush is there, is it, on 2013? I can't quite remember. But wait, let me go to 2013. Yeah, Rush is not there, so we'll talk about that one around the time that track's out, so that's not to worry. I'm just looking back on the 2013 season, and I remember that 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, the last nine races of the 2013 season were won by Vettel, and that's how you know that Red Bull were just on the ball every time. But don't, you know, let's not forget though that, I mean, Rosberg was doing quite well toward the end. I mean, Hamilton, before Vettel was on his winning streak, won the Hungary race, and Rosberg won in Great Britain and Monaco. So they were kind of there, but they just didn't have the best pace to do it. But going back to Daniel Ricciardo, I remember the name this time, guys. Going back to him, he's done really, really well. I mean, he was racing this car, that I'm in now. In that season, you know, he was racing a Toro Rosso, and he did well, and I always seen a little bit of potential in him. But I did think that things were going to get better, because in F1 that's kind of how things go. It's not always about the driver, it's always about the car as well. So if the car doesn't really have the pace, then there's no way that the drivers can get up there. And I think that may be why Chilton is always down the bottom of the table, because his car just can't push for him. And it's a little bit of a shame to see that, because I think that he's got a lot of potential. I mean, even just to make it in F1, you must have incredible potential. They must, you know, see that in you, which is incredible to think about. And if I ever did, I mean, if someone like me actually got into F1, I'd feel absolutely obliged to be there, and to know that I was good enough to get in a team. But you know, Marussia, I think they just need to go back to the drawing board a little bit, because I think they know what they're doing. They just need to have a bit more discussion on the engineering side of things, and they might be able to push a little bit harder. But I know they're not one of the most financially funded teams, so they can't do much to it. But I still think they've got a little bit of potential in their minds, and I think that they could probably get up there soon. And you know, that's that. That's that in my opinion then. So but yeah, the season's gone well so far. They've completed 5 out of 8, 9, 10. 5 out of 19 races. I had to do that because I couldn't remember how many races there were there. But yeah, 5 out of 19 races have already been completed, which is pretty damn good. But this series, if this series doesn't finish, guys, by the time 2014 doesn't come out, then you know it doesn't matter. We will still finish it off, and then I'll probably start a Global Mania on 2014. That's not a problem, guys. I'm enjoying this series so far. I mean, yeah, I haven't been able to push, and as you can see, I'm just sat there in 10th, and I just don't have the pace to finish it. I mean, look, plus 1.38 of a second was lost during that, and I was just started to lose it a bit, guys. I just thought, do you know what, this car won't push for me, I can't do much with it, so you know, never mind. I was trying to get a good lap in now, but then I thought at the time, if I see a bad red like come up, then I mean, as you can see, the corners are a little bit sloppy, guys, and they were just, you can understand why I didn't get the result I was looking for. 0.4 seconds there lost, and on my best lap, so you just kind of feel that there's not much time left in qualifying, so what more can I actually do? And but no worries, guys, in the race we'll see how it goes. We'll see if we can get a little bit of late braking in there around some corners and stuff, because the start of the races are always mad, and I won't be surprised if there's like a crash involving me. But I will show you guys the full race of that, so stay tuned for episode 4 that will feature the Australia race, because what I plan to do there, guys, is I just want to push really, really hard. And yeah, but as I was saying before, I'm going to show you guys the whole race, because it's like 14 or 15 laps, and you guys may enjoy it, a whole race on it. But I may do an online series, guys, going race to race, but online can be a bit edgy sometimes, not everybody's clean. So anyways, these are the standings, guys, because that was my last lap that I was to show you. And as you can see, I'm sat in 10th, and that's how it finished, guys. So we're 10th on the grid. Unfortunate, but you know, never mind, I guess we'll push harder. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Leave me a like, comment and subscribe if you did, and if you wish to do that, and I shall see you guys in episode 4.